I want to get a full body tattoo of myself, but taller. Welcome to the Alectric podcast. I'm Alec, and I'm here with Jared. He's back.
I've never heard that one before.
What?
I've never heard that. That was a good one. Tattoo of myself, but taller.
Yeah, just a full body, but like I want to be like 2 inches taller.
Yeah.
Anyways, how you doing?
What would you give to be taller?
But I give?
Yeah, what would you give? Like,
I'd probably cut my feet off.
okay.
I give my feet to be taller.
Like, what's if they could do it?
Well, they
they
can.
I've seen that, but like, if there was like guaranteed, like, after you came out of surgery, you were just, let's say you get to be 4 inches taller, which is quite a bit. But like, you felt like you didn't have surgery. You just like, you were magically 4 inches taller. Yeah. How much are you paying? Like,
none. I'm happy with how I am.
Right.
I'm content with myself.
Okay.
I don't think I've said this a lot to like other people. Like, I'm tall to my family.
That's true.
Because we're Mexicans and we're all really short. But compared to like the real world,
yeah,
I'm small.
Like when you go to the mall and you're like, oh,
yeah,
hey guys, like,
hey,
walking around giants.
And like I thought I was a tall guy, but
I mean, you're like,
I'm just not 6 foot.
Yeah.
So I'm a short king.
No, I wouldn't say that.
If you're not 6 foot, you're a short king. Because all the ladies want 6 feet.
That's true.
So, anyways, though. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm pretty content with me.
Okay.
How you been, good. Jared?
I've been good.
What you been up to?
Just a whole lot of working.
Worky work?
Yep. Got school in a week.
Ew.
I know.
What's that like? Don't know. You haven't started.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just student teaching, so it'll be good.
That's fun.
It'll be the easiest semester.
Yeah.
So
nice. It's gonna be the easiest semester for me too.
That's cool.
Because I'm not in school.
Yeah, that sounds pretty easy.
Yeah. But working.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's not good. I don't like it. I was trying to get a new job, but things weren't working out, and I got an internship now though, and so, but like the new place I was going to work at, the hours wouldn't have worked for the internship as well, so we're just gonna let the internship ride out. We're gonna let where I'm working right now ride out, and by the end of the year, then we'll weigh our options, see what comes up. So for right now, we're just making that bank account fat.
True.
And
it's a good plan.
That's the plan, at least.
I mean, obviously, I would like to be taller for like sports and wise, but I mean, I'm pretty quick and stuff. So
yeah, I'm a little happy with myself. But what's weird though, that I feel like not enough people talk about is freaking like bodybuilding competitions.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so but that's like a sport. Like if you talk, like that's literally like their sport. Like if you were to ask somebody if that was a sport, they would say yes. Like that's all they dedicate their life to. Yeah. And so like that's their sport, and so I think like it's not as weird because you are competing. They know that they're competing.
Okay, but like, well, to me, for example, though, like I find it weird because, like, I understand that you're saying that like it's like a sport, and like you're competing against other people, but like it's the whole idea of like building a muscle, I guess, or like not the whole idea, but like a big portion of it is like because you want to get the attention of the ladies. You want to have huge muscles and you want to look so strong and all that.
Most of them would rather have the attention of the men.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like now, but like you get to a point. It gets to a point where you get too much muscle, where now you're not attracting. Yeah. Your target audience.
You're distracting the male gaze of how awesome it might be. Yeah.
And so
I don't even think it'd be awesome. I wouldn't want that much muscle.
I know. And
I would just want to be athletic.
I know. I'm like I'm happy with my little 2-pack I got right now. Okay. And like the thing I'm thinking is like if you have so much muscle, there's so many things you can't do now.
Buy clothes.
Buy clothes.
It's difficult to buy clothes.
Imagine you have to ask for help to scratch your back.
That's true.
Hey,
imagine,
honey.
Just imagine. I don't even know if they could ride a bicycle. That'd be really weird. Like big old guy on a bicycle.
You like everything you wear. Yeah. It's got to be tailor made, or you have to get extra large.
You're so stiff in everything that you do, like moving, and you couldn't play sports anymore. Really, you look like an idiot.
Yeah. So.
And it's really strenuous on your bones and on your spine. Like they end up having like the worst problems. Like they're walking on with canes and or walkers because they ruined themselves.
And I think it's also there's like a mental thing with it too. Like since you're competing against someone and you're competing against something that's so like it's your body pretty much, that you're starting like you get that mindset of like, man, this dude's body is better than mine. That means I have to build more muscle. And you start, and for some, it's crazy. For someone that's so jacked and so big, they can be still so insecure too, you know?
Yeah, to see themselves as something else. Yeah.
And it's rough, and like, it's nothing bad about building muscle. I'm not trying to say like you have to be fat to be happy, but like, it gets to a point where it's like you have to be doing it for yourself, not for other things. Anyways, though, all that to say, I feel like those competitions are kind of weird, just because.
A weirder competition is beauty pageants.
Yeah,
especially for
when it
kids.
comes to
and like they're not even competing for like Miss Indiana or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
you're competing for Miss 4-year-old.
Yeah,
and that's there. Here's a couple things that we find creepy about these little kids' beauty pageants. They're judged by like adults,
and they're usually men.
Yeah,
adult men.
It's messed up.
And they're not like they're old, and they're clearly like.
You gotta get these guys screened. You gotta do something, because you're gonna be taking your daughter. First of all, you're gonna be putting makeup on your daughter and trying to make her look as attractive as possible. Dude, she's 4. Okay, and secondly, like you're parading your daughter not only in front of these judges but in front of a group of people. Okay, trying to be like, hey, look how attractive my minor is, and you want this. I don't want to say 100% of the time, but because like I don't know if you're gonna look into this, but like most of the time there's gonna be a male judge there, and you're gonna be having a male judge be like, you know what, this one's wow, but I mean that last 4-year-old, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think even like. As a parent, like that's super weird. Like if I knew you and you're putting your daughter in beauty pageants at 4 and 5 years old, like she doesn't even have the cognitive sense to know if she likes, compete. There's a difference if your daughter's like 16 and she really enjoys, like trying to compete. She wanted to do. But I mean, that's weird. Like you decided that, to do that, and like you're dressing them up to look nothing like they usually do. Yeah, and it's hoping that they're.
And they have all those TV shows too of like, there's like, I think Dance Moms is something completely different, but like, there's all these shows of like all these moms taking their daughters to like all these pageants and dance shows, and
the moms are just losing their minds.
Exactly, because the moms are living vicariously through their kids. Yeah, they're like, man, I'm ugly.
Or like wishing they could have done this when they were a kid, and that's crazy.
And like, if you see like clips like that, you see like those kids are. Most of the time, they're either there because like they're having fun with their friends and all that, or they're miserable because their mom's freaking yelling at them like, "You have to do this. Make sure to freaking left, right, left." I don't know.
Even if you do have fun with your friends, like it still comes to the point where they judge you, and regardless, like if you don't win, like you're not having a good time. Yeah. Like regardless if you say you're all right, you're gonna think about like the things that they said weren't right or things that they didn't like. And it's just gonna like affect your whole life. Yeah, like that'll live with you. Even if it gets fixed, like later on, you're gonna think like there was this one time where they thought something bad about me.
I remember when I was younger, and man, everyone said I was ugly in this pageant. Like they're gonna be living with that.
That was your kindergarten graduation.
Oh no, I wasn't meaning me. But like, that's what they're gonna freaking look back at their young years and be like, man, why do I have this sense of no self-worth? Yeah, because I was judged when I was 4 years old.
And that's like a lot of times people will be like, man, why are always like, I guess society says like the most attractive girls or like popular girls, they always have like such like big insecurities because people try to hold them to a different standard, and if like one thing is off, you know, and somebody tells them, like sticks with them, like, oh, I'm not perfect or whatever. But yeah, the beauty pageants that's a weird thing.
Beauty pageants? Sus.
Very sus.
One thing I think that beauty pageants should have, especially these little kid ones, is for your judges, no males. Period.
Yeah, for sure.
Exclamation point. That's it. Yeah. Sign the dotted line, because That's messed up.
It's almost like you wouldn't send your kids to like an all male nursery. Like you just wouldn't do that.
No.
Like I remember, like I don't know if you guys, Andrew Tate was talking about that. He's like I know we don't like, not everybody likes him, but like it's true. Like I'm not sending my kid there. Like that's just weird. Like like most nurseries are only females, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
And it's just so but that now you have these males judging your kids on whether or not they're attractive. Like what a weird thing.
It's so sketch. Like some people can hide like their desires very well, and you put someone on a pedestal like that to be judging these little kids, and like you're paying them to sexualize your daughter now, and it's like just put him in prison, kill that man.
Like with everything, like all the chances for things to happen in the world, like I mean, you think like even like pastors are doing these unspeakable things.
Yeah,
I can't imagine somebody that's literally paid to look at your daughter and wonder if they're beautiful or not.
Yeah,
what are they thinking? Like
I think replace the males with either like moms that have no connection. Like if they have their daughter part of it, then they're gonna be biased, obviously. But like you have a mom that at least like has some connection to it, like they've been involved, or like maybe they had daughters in it, but like they grew up. So you have a mom just like she knows how it goes, or you have like grandmas or something.
Yeah.
You can't be throwing no men in there, is because, and this is just being safe, okay? You don't want to do nothing like that. You don't want no freaking 60-year-old Todd looking at your daughter like, wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Andrew Tate, you heard he just got banned off everything?
Yeah, that's retarded.
It's crazy.
Because it's like, where's the freedom of speech there?
Like I've never
like people are freaking out, but then there's so many feminist activists that say men are trash, men are this, men are that, and like everybody praises them for it. But yeah, Andrew Tate is just like, and most of his stuff's true. Okay, most of the stuff he says is true, and people just don't like to hear it. But I mean, like there are some stuff where I'm just like, okay, that's a little far. Like I think he just does it for the clout. He knows he knows it's a little sketchy, like to say. But he says it because it gets your attention. Yeah,
and once he gets your attention, he's won.
Yeah,
which is smart.
Crazy, like but they could just ban him. Like it's like the same thing like goes on during like election times and stuff like that, where it's like, why are they banning one part of like it's usually Republican Party? Like anytime they comment anything, it's like fact checker or this is false or it's like what like none of this all this is true. I don't understand why you're banning it. And it's weird because like even on small accounts, I have like the smallest account ever, and like if I post something like about like Republican Party or I repost something, it's like automatically like blacklisted. Do you want to see this post still? Or like I'm like what?
Well that's why I clicked on
crazy.
But I saw like he's banned on like the most randomest like things too. Like he's banned on Reddit. He's banned on like Twitch.
He's banned on Reddit?
I don't know. Probably. I think he's like banned on everything, dude. Because I saw on Instagram he posted a 1-hour video apparently, and since he was banned on everything pretty much, he posted a 1-hour like response video talking about like what he was gonna do. But he posted it on Vimeo, which is like some YouTube knockoff. And because that's all he had. That's all he could.
It's super wild when you think about like, okay, some people could justify Andrew Tate being banned, but I can't just because like he's speaking his mind, which you should be able to do. But like one of the most bizarre things is when the Nelk Boys had Trump on their YouTube, and it went crazy after they posted it, and it got taken down by YouTube. Like,
and he was also banned on everything.
He was just on the podcast.
Yeah,
like or it's like why. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why? What are you taking it down for? And they never explained anything. They never fessed up for why they did it. But obviously, they just don't like Trump, and the video was doing really well.
But yeah, Andrew Tate, man, he just popped out of nowhere, and just became so popular. And I'm like, I remember seeing like someone do a reaction video to like some of his stuff, and I'm like, who even is this guy? And then from then on, just boom, everything. He's just everywhere, and now he's nowhere.
Yeah.
But shoot, I heard he did like a scam thing, kinda. He started some like online college thing, trying to tell people like how to like make money or whatever.
It's not really a scam because like if you think about it, it's a monthly subscription because you could cancel at any time.
Yeah, but the reason why I say it's like a scam thing that I've heard, at least I'm just put in quotes scam, allegedly.
Yeah.
Is because like you're paying like $50-$60 a month for it, and I think it's just like a Discord server that you're paying for.
No, it's not.
Like that's what
I've seen it.
Are you in it?
No.
Has it helped?
But I mean, I've seen people talk about it too. Like people have like they've done like reviews on it. They're like, I'm gonna tell you about Andrew Tate's college or whatever. And they say like there's not a ton of like information like secrets,
Yeah.
Like they just kind of basically they go on it every day, and it basically reminds them of a lot of things that you should probably already know.
Yeah.
If you're in business or something.
Well, that's why I think people say it's a scam, because there's like these are things that you should know.
But like people
you don't need to pay money.
It helps them. I mean, there's a lot of things like that though.
Yeah.
You talk about like business coaches. It's like okay, like I could tell you all of that.
Yeah.
Like
that's why I think that's why people say it's a scam, because they're like, this is the most simple stuff. Why do you need to pay for it?
Or they did say because they don't like it.
But it's like, well, it's that also.
Yeah.
But it's also like that. Well, they pay for it because you're obviously not searching out for it anyways.
Yeah.
So you might as well pay for
these people are just looking for some help, and most of them are super rich anyways. But they're just looking for something else, to help them out. But I mean, if you're paying every month and you could cancel anytime, then obviously you're getting some value out of it.
Plus, homie's making Andrew Tate, for as much as you may like him or hate him, he's smart because he knows how to make that money.
Yeah.
Like even if you want to say that his like college thing is a scam, boy, he's making money off that.
He's making millions every month from that college. Online college.
And all he has to do is just say the same stuff he's saying.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a smart dude, love him or hate him. That bank account's still getting bigger.
That's true.
So, but yeah, Andrew Tate, he's what is he like a millionaire?
Oh, dude, he's making from the
he's
online
he's not
college.
A billionaire though.
No.
Okay.
No. He's making like $3 to $4 million a month from that online college thing.
You think he's happy?
I'd say he's generatively happy. Yeah.
Okay, but like for like right now though, since now he's banned on all his socials, and social media was what made him.
Probably brought in more.
Yeah, but well, to be fair, I think he's in and he's out. Came in, made his boom, and made his money, and now I don't think you need to go back to it.
Yeah, I don't think he minds at all.
You think so, Jared? Does money make you happy then? Would you say can money buy happiness?
It can certainly buy things that can lead to happiness. I think.
Okay.
Like not like prolonged happiness, I mean.
Because
if you're a billionaire and you go your whole life without ever, having a wife or kids, I think at the end of your life, if you don't have any kids, you're not going to be very happy.
Yeah.
I think kids are the most, if you
having a family in general.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the most happy that you'll ever be is if you have, kids, especially when you have. I think at the point where you have grandkids and you realize that these lives have been literally spawned because of you.
Yeah.
Like that's the only reason why they have any life is because you decided to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless of if you have a perfect family or not, I think that's the happiest that you could be.
Yeah, I was having a little debate with my coworkers at work. No duh. and they were all telling me that money can't buy happiness, And it's like, okay, I understand that you're trying to like keep that humble route and whatever. Like, no, you can't. Money can't buy happiness. Like, you have to make it like self-worth and like you have to make the happiness yourself. But like, yeah, money can buy happiness, okay? And if you don't think money can't buy happiness, then you're just broke.
You just don't know how to use it.
You just don't know how to use your money correctly.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're telling me that if I said, hey, you want to go to Europe for 2 weeks, heck yeah, that'd be so great. I love it. How do you do it though?
It buys experiences that you can have to make memories
and that then leads to you being happy. You can't live without money. It's just how it is.
You can't eat without money.
You can't eat without money. You can't do anything without money.
So like, imagine like you do have like a family. Like I said, like that's the most happiest you could ever be. But like also, the most happiest you'll ever be is when you can provide for your family anytime, any day, like anything that they need. Like if there's a medical bill that insurance won't cover, and you could just pay that easily.
Yeah.
Like without stressing out about what it's going to cost. Mm-hmm. Like that creates such like relief in your life.
I think I've heard this somewhere. Like someone gave the example like money can buy happiness, or someone's like money can't buy happiness. Like, okay, well then here's this scenario. You have a family member that's like dying, and the only way to keep them alive, and not just like for a year, like another year, like keep them alive, like to live more of their life, like 10 years, 15 more years, But the only way you can do that is by paying for this expensive surgery. bam, there you go. Money's buying. Not only is money buying like happiness with that person again, but like money's buying life at that point too. You know.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a difference between, because when people hear people say like, yeah, money buys happiness, like they think it's like the most pompous thing to say, but it's not true, because where was I gonna go with this? That like people think that if money buys happiness, then that means you have to love money, which is like the worst thing to do, because there's a pastor that came by the Spanish church once, and he preached in our Sunday school department, and he said a line that really stuck with me. It's like, you don't want to love something too much where it gets a hold of you, where then it becomes that you don't have money, money has you, you know? And so I think the mindset of saying like money buys happiness makes everyone think that you have to love money, which isn't true. You have to respect it, and you have to be smart about it, but you have to know how to use it too. Because if you don't know how to use it and you're just buying willy-nilly things, now you're going to have no money and no happiness, because you lost all your money spending it on whatever, you know?
I think that comes like, you know, that root of all money doesn't buy happiness is like, you know, like you just said, that one guy who said, you know, I'd rather cry in my Lamborghini or whatever. But like people are buying things, and you're still going to feel the same way about something that you got hurt by. Like let's say, you know, a loved one passed away. Like that's not going to cure that. Like that's not going to.
It's not.
But that happens. Like that's life. Like you're going to face things like that. But how you use your money, like different experiences that you can buy and different ways that you can provide for people. Because some of the most happiest people in the world are rich, and they're people that give like adequately and like often, like to many people, like in many, you know, associations, they'll start a nonprofit or a charity or something that just helps many people, and they'll use it for certain things that, you know, other people aren't using their money for. Yeah. And so I think those are some of the most happiest people in the world.
Someone from work said like they brought up the argument like money can't buy happiness because you're seeing all these Hollywood celebrities, you know, killing themselves, and it's like that's like, sure, they have so much money, but it's not because of like them having money is the reason why it's
the lifestyle, you know, that they've put themselves in.
You have to be smart about it. Like you can, if you like, just for example, like Robin Williams, you know, like you can go back and like he left a note just showing like how depressed he was and how sad and like all these things, you know, and you guys got like, for him, for example, you'd have to, like money isn't obviously going to fix that, because that's a mental thing. That's just how he's feeling. You can't tell him, hey, buy your depression away, because it's not going to work. You have to be like, what he should have done was to like take a step back and maybe use the money that he did have to you know, like get some help, you know, or like or try to, or just spend it with his family or do something, you know. So you just gotta like, just to say that money can't buy happiness because Hollywood celebrities are so depressed or whatever, is because it's like you got to be smart about it then, because a lot of celebrities you throw them a ton of money when they're not ready to have a ton of money and they don't know how to use it.
Yeah. And then like it's like saying, okay, so if you're like, oh, if you're super rich and your mom died, like you can't bring her back with your money. But it's like that's like one scenario that obviously is so bizarre. Like, yeah, of course, like you can't do anything to bring her back. So like, why are you subjugating it to just money? Like you couldn't say, oh, you can't, you know, be good enough at this to bring her back. It's like, well, yeah, I know that, but like there's so many other things that money can be used for to make you happy or to like, you know, prolong your life in a better way.
So, it is what it is. I think money, you know what, to like kind of round this out a bit, we can't say that money buys happiness, because first you can't buy that, but like money doesn't buy happiness, but it sure does help.
Yeah.
And it's way better. I'd rather be sad, you know, coming home to my like you said, like you mentioned, I'd rather be sad and coming home to a house, coming home to a lot of things that I've used that like make me happy, than to come home to nothing, you know, because if you're sad and you have nothing, now you're worse off.
The other thing is like you choose to be happy. Like it's not always how you feel, but like you just know this is a better way to live. It's a better way to act towards people. Like, yeah, there's plenty of people that were depressed and or upset in the Bible. I mean, Paul was depressed in the Bible, and he asked God constantly to take that away from him.
Mm-hmm.
But yet he still did exactly what he was supposed to do. He still went to different churches, still did different things to help other people's lives and not just himself. Like, you can't just sit and say, okay, I'm upset, so I'm just going to stay here in my basement, cuddled up in a blanket until it all goes away.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't just go away. Mm-hmm. It's not just something that you're like, okay, I just need a couple hours, and but it's just something you just choose to say, I know it happened. I know it stinks, it sucks. I didn't want it to happen. But, like, you still have to live your life, and you still have to choose to do things as if you were happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because those are the better choices in life. Like, if I'm happy, I'm usually, hanging out with people that I love, or I'm doing things for people that I love, or even just random people. I'm trying, different acts of kindness when you're happier. But you should always choose to do that, and that will lead you to, like, that happy mindset. So
yeah, like, some people live like a minimalist life where they choose to not buy things, where they choose to just only keep the things that are essential to them. And that's if it makes them happy for them, like, fair enough, you do you. Like, it's just like doing stuff like that, you have to have enough, like, I don't know what's the correct term, but you have to have enough, like, ability to know that if you don't have a lot of things, that you can still be happy with it. And there's like, it's shoot, what am I even trying to say?
I guess, like, you just gotta be, like, able to have the knowledge in the forefront to be like, okay, I can do this, like, minimalistic life and not make a ton of money, but still be okay and well off, and be able to provide for different things.
And it's not like living minimalistically is bad either, because people do that, and they're like, what is it? That's like part of a religion somewhere, and I think it's like Buddhism or something, where it's like you're taught to live like a minimalist life, to not love materialistic things, but to love, like things that are permanent, like not permanent, but like, I don't know, what's I don't know, yeah, something like that. But yeah, so
but they still in their mind have things that they know are going to be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not like doing this and all of a sudden knowing, oh, maybe I'm going to go hungry for the day.
All this to say really is, money, if you love money, you can't love money, Yeah. You have to, because if you love money, then you're going to be absorbed into it, and it's going to destroy you, which is what I think a lot of people do, and that leads to them being depressed, and that leads to them having everything and not having anything at the same time. What you have to do is you have to know that you have to know money's worth. You have to know you have to appreciate what you have. You have to appreciate what you can get and what you can't get. You have to realize that there's boundaries to everything, and you just, then you go day by day through that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, what a great podcast.
What a great pod. What a weird one too. Roller coasters.
Oh yeah, turns there.
Speaking of roller coasters, I'm gonna say this last little story real quick. I went to the Lake County Fair with a good group of our friends for Lois's birthday. Okay.
Nice.
And first of all, I saw Skylar and Steve Butler there. I hadn't seen them in so long. Well, I saw Steve at Adam's wedding, but I hadn't seen Skylar, I think, since high school.
Wow.
And I'm like, we both see each other, we're like, yo, what's up? How's it going? And we're just talking, whatever. And then Skylar's like, the last time I saw you was, I'm like, graduation, probably. And which is crazy because
that's weird. I wouldn't bank on like him being the one that you haven't seen since high school.
Which I know, but it's crazy though because no one's gone anywhere. Yeah. I'm still here and he's still there. Like, and every Sunday we both go to the same church. We're just we're in each different buildings.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, but we hadn't seen each other for 4 years. I'm like, that's crazy. Also, Steve Butler did a pie eating contest.
I saw that.
Yeah.
He lost.
He threw up. Like, in the middle of him, like, eating it, you just see Steve's, like, face just, like, and we're like, Steve, you good? Just a little like, all right. I'm like, you know what, Steve? Take a lap. Let's just,
How many did he eat?
How many? What do you mean?
Pies, like how many?
No, they're freaking huge Costco pies, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So he ate like...
Was it the first one to be done with? Like,
yeah, and the winner didn't even finish his pie, but bro, he got close to it. Yeah, I think it's like a 4-pound pie or something.
Oh my gosh.
So, like the thing is, they weigh every single pie at the end to see like whoever has a less is the winner.
Well, how much is on like
everyone else's pie is like 1 pound this, 2 pounds this. The dude that won is like, and the winner with like 13 ounces left in his pie, like not even a pound.
What if you like spill like some of your pie on the floor and stuff? Are they looking?
No, it's because the way they do it, you don't use your hands.
Oh.
You have to like you're allowed to grab it with your hand, you're allowed to grab the pie, but you can't use your hands to eat the pie, so you have to like grab and eat it like with your face, pretty much.
The pan, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Anyways, though, so that was a good time. We did a couple rides and stuff, and I had decided not to eat for whatever reason. Not this time, because we did a couple rides, then everyone else ate, and I'm like, if we're gonna do more rides, I don't want to have food in my system because I'm gonna throw it up.
Yeah.
You know, so I decided not to eat. Plus, I had ate lunch like before I left, so I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna eat. I'll be good. I'll probably get like a snack later after with the rides when we're doing all the little games and stuff instead. So then we proceed to do 3 rides back to back to back. Okay, so
Which ones?
So we eat, and then we do the pie contest. So like then there's like an hour. Okay. And we did this one ride that's like, Lois knows all the names to these things. I don't know them at all. But there's like, it's like an X thingy, and on each little branch of the X,
I know. There's like
4 chairs. Yeah, it's like you're spinning. You're spinning 2 different ways. You're spinning on the one thing, and the entire thing's spinning you.
Gotcha.
So we're on that. I'm there with Will, and
I haven't seen Will in a long time.
And bro, that one just hurt because it's only pushing you. You're only spinning in one direction, and I'm on the end where I'm on the end side of where all the momentum's going, and so now I got Will freaking like on me the entire time, and it's just like with all that force I got a human body being pressed up against me. It's just hurt. Yeah, and then right after that we did the boat one. You know, that goes like back and forth. And first of all, after the first ride, I'm like not feeling too hot. You know, I was like, oh man, that one. I was thinking though I'm just like dizzy or something. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll be fine. We go on the boat. After we do the boat, I'm just like, brother, something's wrong. But I didn't say nothing, you know, because I don't want to. It's Lois's birthday. I don't want to freaking be the Debbie Downer. And then we go back onto, I think it's called like 1001 knots, which is like, it looks like, I think Aaron described it as like it's like a couch or something, you know, like it's like there's seats. It's 2 rows and there's seats there, and it's like it looks like it's like a long thing. It just goes in a circle thing, and then just
all the way around then.
Yeah. So we get on that, and the first time I went on it before, it was a lot of fun. But the second time, I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, like I don't think I smiled the entire ride. I'm just like, brother, and after we get off that ride, I think that's when Joe and Aaron met up with us again because they went to go eat, and they meet up with us. And then so I'm there with Lois, Will, and like 2 of her other friends. And we get off the ride. I'm like, you know what, guys? Let me take a breather really quick. So everyone's there like cuddled talking to each other. And I'm just there sitting on the floor, crisscross applesauce, just like... And Joe sees me and he's like, yo, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And he had like a half bottle of water. He's like, need some water? I'm like, thanks.
Did Joe go on any of the rides?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he didn't like roller coasters.
Well, he also got there late because I think there was like the soccer tryouts going on. Aaron showed up first and then Joe showed up later.
Gotcha.
So, but anyways though, so I take his water and I'm like, is it cool I finish it? It's like, all yours, bro. So I finished his water, and then Joe and Aaron left. But like right before they left, they're like, Joe says like, you gonna be good, Alec? I'm like, yeah, I'll be good. No worries. I'm just feeling it. Going back to back to back. I just needed time to slow down, you know. It's like, all right, well, we'll see you guys later. Say goodbye, you know. And then they decide to go get like some snacks, like dessert kind of stuff, since they had already eaten. Like, let's get like elephant ears and funnel cake and all that. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm walking with them, and at that point, I was like, no, I'm not feeling it. And we get to like the little food vendor area, and I get all these smells hitting me. And it's just making me more nauseous. And so I go to the bathroom. I'm like, you know what? I gotta use the restroom real quick. So I go use the restroom and come out. I'm like, I feel better. I'm good. I'm set. So we go and sit like on these bleachers. I still didn't get anything to eat. Why? I don't know. But I didn't get nothing to eat. And then I just got another water bottle. And then at that point, I'm just sitting there, and it just got worse and worse. And we're sitting on these bleachers there, and Leah, Lois' sister, is there, and she's like, she sees me freaking like in the corner of the bleacher, just like dying, curled over. She's like, Alec, you good? And Lois is like, he hasn't eaten all day, and I think he's feeling a little like sick or something. So Leah goes and gets me something to eat. She comes back and brings it, puts it right in front of me. The smell hits me, bro. I was done. So I'm like, all right, peace out. I slide through the bleachers. I turn. I see a trash can right there. Perfect. I already know what's happening. I go down. I open the trash can. I throw up in there. Bro, the smells in the trash can was disgusting. So that made me even more sick. I close the trash can. I literally fall down on the grass. I just threw up my guts there.
Oh my gosh.
It was a great time. I felt so bad. I felt like I ruined Lois's birthday.
Nah, I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah, no, that's what she kept telling me. But I'm just like, oh man, I felt so bad. And like we called not security, like first aid, and they came over. They freaking put me in an ambulance, dude. Well, like they had an ambulance on standby there, just in case. And so, well, they had me. They did like their blood pressure and everything. I guess my blood pressure was really high, so that's why they put me to the ambulance, just to make sure, like, because I told them about my heart condition and all that. So just to be safe, they put me in like their little cart. They drove me to where the ambulance was parked. They put me, and I'm like. They said they were going to take me to like the actual doctors that were there. I'm like, okay, perfect. We get to ambulance, like, swag. I get out the cart and they bring out the gurney, and then I sit down in the gurney there, and then they strap me in. I'm like, oh heck no, am I freaking going to the hospital right now? And so they strap me in, and I'm just chilling in the back of the ambulance. We don't go nowhere though. They just do everything in there, and they take blood, and like they put all these stickers on me and checking my heart and stuff. In the end, I was fine. I just had to throw it all up out of me. So yeah, it was a good time. Also, when I called my mom, because I was feeling like really bad after I threw up and stuff, and like I got very what's the word, like tired, exhausted kind of. I call my mom and I'm like, hey mom, I need you to come pick me up.
Did you drive there?
Yeah. So I'm like, I need you to come pick me up. So like I had parked my car in front of like Lois's cousin's house because free parking, turn up. And so I tell him, like, I need you to pick me up. She's like, why, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't feel good. I just threw up. I don't think I can drive. I say that. My mom then goes and asks me, Alec, did you drink anything? And I'm like, no, mom, I didn't drink any alcohol, okay? She's like, well, why? Like, you say you can't drive, so I'm thinking like you're drunk or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm not drunk. I don't drink. What the heck, mom? And she tells me now that she said it as a joke, but I'm like, no, mom. I'm like, no, mom. Nah, you thought I was freaking committing sins over here, but no, ma'am. Anyways, mom came picked me up. Then my dad took my car while I chilled with my mom, and came home. I finally ate, and then I went to bed.
What a great mom.
What a great mom. It was a great day.
Yeah, sounds like it.
It was.
A blast.
It was a great day up until the ending. But I told Lois, I'm like, you know what? You can't say that, like, this wasn't memorable, though.
Yeah, so always remember.
Yeah. Always remember her 22nd.
I just think it's funny you opened the trash can and then just fell in the grass. And just,
yeah, I was like, forget it. Nope. Forget it. I go in there. Oh! So.
Gross.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that last little story there. I've been Alec. This is Jared.
Yep.
We out of here. Take care and have a good rest of your week. Bye.